everybody. This is Darwin Reina. I'm the festival director of L'Hospitalet Llobregat International Film Festival right next to Barcelona, my city. Today, we have a great, talented filmmaker from Miami, Florida, Agatino. You gotta tell me, buddy, how do you make Interview with Marilyn? Because it's really a very well done project. I'm really impressed by the cinematography. Who was the director of? No, let's start with this. Where do you get the idea of Interview with Marilyn, and why do you write that?
Okay, the idea is, I mean, it's not far from any filmmaker that is trying to make it in the beginning. It's the same story, okay? We all want, as filmmakers, we all want to hit it big. We all want to make movies and live our life and get paid for doing that and not having to do other stuff. So that's basically the idea of Marilyn. Marilyn is about this woman who dreams, but I don't want to say it. It's about this woman who is interviewed, and she is a famous personality, wannabe, and she's interviewed in a show about her famous and glamorous career. So basically, that's the thing. The thing about this project is that it has been developing in different avenues. It began as a short film with another story. Then when we started shooting, because we were very independent, we started doing a lot of stuff, and we decided to do a feature. And as soon as we started, like when you say that you want a feature and you don't have money, immediately it stops. Immediately, it's like the magic word. Okay, you want to do a feature, you don't have money, poof, everything disappears. So the movie got stuck in that moment, and like let's say less than a year later, I had a dream / nightmare, and I said, okay, I know how to finish this, because we have already like 80 minutes of material shot.
Wow.
And I don't want to trash it, and it's very good material. So I ended up writing a new script. Everybody got on board, and we ended up finishing this story about, in a way, about the frustration of not being able of finishing a film.
Well, that happens to everybody, Latino buddy. Let me tell you that, yeah. But so how was the pre-production? It was a long process because it's really well done. Like I told you before, I'm impressed by the cinematography. So you did a very good pre-production, right? I can really tell that, right? How long was that?
I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna say it again in my life, because people might take it and they say like, okay, let's do it that way. Sometimes when you don't have money, you get very creative, and sometimes I believe this I believe of all the movies, because before being a filmmaker, I'm a person who loves movies. Okay, I've watched a lot of movies and all that, and I've come to realize that some certain movies, they are made in something that I call a state of grace. A state of grace in a movie is when everything fits perfectly. It's like even a mistake is right on cue. It's a mistake that should have happened, so because it has a lot of meaning, and it moves the story along. No? And I believe that Marilyn was made in a state of grace. Wow. all the way, because we started as one thing, and we shot a lot of material that we were going to do into a film, into a feature. It didn't happen, and then the same material fit perfectly into the short film. And once I decided to do the short film, the film that everybody's watching, everybody was at that right moment. Everybody was, okay, let's do it, and I'm free. I can do it now. So it's like everything got in at the right time, on the same day. And about the quality, I have to thank also the people that work in the film. They made everything look better than it was. Miami, as Marilyn says in the movie, Miami looked like a glamorous 1940 movie like, Moon Over Miami. You saw that movie and you were like, oh my God, I have
Yeah.
to move there. Okay. And then you go to Hialeah. Okay. so, so we were trying to do that. We were trying to show Miami in the way our characters saw it, because the whole movie happens through the view of this character. Okay.
Yeah.
So our cinematographer, we had two cinematographers. We had Milady Artiles. She began the project with us. She couldn't continue with the last part of the short, so we had another director of photography, Gabriel Goldberg, who shot the rest of the movie and matched the work that Milady had done to his work, so that it had on one kind of only one temperature.
Yeah, that one feeling. Yeah.
The idea was always the same, to be very saturated, very very movie like.
Wow.
And everybody had the same idea about how a movie should look, so we were very much in sync to do something that we will always be proud of.
What about the post-production, Agatino? Was a long process?
Always the post-production, even if professionals will tell you that you should spend a lot of time in pre-production, the regular time in production, and then the regular time in post-production. As it happens when nothing is planned and you don't have money, usually the post-production is the longest part, because you already have the movie in the can, and you have I edited, because I've been editing for more than 10 years, and because as I write my stories, I direct my stories. So when I direct the story that I already wrote, I know exactly how I want it to be cut. I know. Sometimes, for example, somebody tells me, let's do this scene, and I'm like, I'm not going to use it. If you want, let's do it, but I don't need it, because I'm thinking as an editor. Okay, I don't need it in my storyline. I really, and so that's why I end up being an editor. I don't mean to say that any director should be an editor, because there are great editors. And when you give your material to an editor, they usually surprise you. They usually show you something that you didn't foresee. So it's very good to have. It's very good, but I didn't have it. I had my own. I had to, like Sybil, I had to transform into many personalities to do other things. So, but the post-production is not only editing, it's also sound mixing, it's also the music, it's also some effects that you need to add to the film that people won't see, but there are effects. And of course I cannot do all of those things. So it's a long process to find the people, to find the studio.
What do you like from an actor the most? I mean, besides their looks, of course, and after be prepared for a character. We all know actors need to be prepared for that. Besides that, what do you like? For me, passion, I want a passionate actor, who can say, hey, I can be until 2 in the next day, wake up 5 o'clock, that's what I want, because, it's very difficult. What do you like from an actor, Agatino, the most?
I am very Woody Allen in that respect. I like my actors to know what they're doing.
Yes.
I give them the script. They have time to read it. They have time to know what their character is doing and where they come from. I don't want to sit them for hours to tell them, okay, she was poor when she was young. Somebody hit her with something and she became better. No. She knows. Sometimes actors come to me and ask me, but I like, in that respect, I like to go, because when you're making a movie, there are so many things to manage, so many things that you want people to know what they're doing. I mean, you bring in a cinematographer, you tell the cinematographer, I want my movie to be dark. And the cinematographer will do whatever. They will find the lens, the light, the frame, everything to make the movie the way I want it. But I don't want to sit like days and days and days to transform that person's vision, because that's what I want. I want that vision to
Mhm.
help me produce something.
Yeah.
So in the case of actors, that's what I want. I want actors who are experienced, actors who come with their own ideas.
Mhm.
And if I said their idea is wrong, I will tell them, hey, no. You're supposed to be sad. You just lost your mother. You can't laugh. And if
Mhm.
that person tells me, well, she laughs because she has this nervous thing that every time something bad happens, she laughs. If I think it fails into the story, go.
Hey, Agatino, well, you've been very open to us. I love that. I love to talk with people with experience and know what they're talking about. And you are one of those guys. You really know what you're talking about. We are going to see you in Barcelona, right? Yes.
Yes, in March, right?
March. Let's hope this COVID situation is a mess. But it's a mess in
Yeah,
Spain right this moment.
2020 needs to live. This year is forgotten. Next
Yeah.
year is something.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to meet you in Spain so you can give us this perspective, person to the Spanish audience. Are you bringing in Rosalinda?
Rosalinda wants to walk the red carpet in Marilyn dress.
Yes, I like that.
So you
Yes.
so you can have some some paparazzis there and
Yeah, definitely. Thank you very much, Agatino, for your time. We appreciate it. Okay, we're very happy to have you in our festival. It's an honor for us. I see you in Barcelona, right?
that's right. We will be there.
All right, Agatino, thanks, man. See you.
See you.